Funding for Studio 3 Live is provided by
Prairie Meadows Racetrack and Casino, where employees from over 20 countries speak over 20 languages, is committed to enriching the lives of all Iowans by funding strong communities and diverse cultural organizations. Learn more at prairiemeadows.com.
Welcome to a special episode of Studio 3 Live, an Irish Christmas with Michael Londra, featuring a mix of Irish tunes and traditional holiday classics and originals.
Good people all, this Christmas time, consider well and bear in mind what our good God for us has done in sending His beloved Son. With Mary holy we should pray to God with love this Christmas day, attending on the Lord of life, who came on earth to end all strife. The night before that happy time, the noble Virgin and her guide were long time seeking up and down to find a lodging in the town. But hark how all things came to pass, from every door repelled alas, as long foretold their refuge was but an humble oxen stall. Near Bethlehem did shepherds keep their flocks of lambs and feeding sheep, to whom God's angel did appear, which put the shepherds in great fear. Prepare and go, the angel said, to Bethlehem, be not afraid, for there you will find this happy morn, a princely baby, Jesus born. Good people all, this Christmas time, consider well and bear in mind what our good God for us has done in sending His beloved Son. You're all so welcome to this gorgeous afternoon, really gorgeous this afternoon, in the heart of Iowa, here in Johnston. I am so delighted to be surrounded by friends and neighbors and people who I meet at the butcher's counter in Fairway. Today we're going to give you various influences for me at Christmas. That first song is from my home county. It's called the Wexford Carol. You might vaguely recognize it. However, that carol was written somewhere around the 12th century. I was not the original singer. There are another 24 verses. So buckle up, it's going to be a long afternoon. Growing up in the southeast of Ireland, the influences come from every direction. This next song is a song I grew up singing, and it is influenced from our neighbours to the east. I don't know if you know, but we had a little bit of a neighbourly problem for about, 800 years. Now, in solving that problem, the great thing that we got was all of their music. And this is a medieval carol that you will know and love. In the bleak midwinter, frosty wind made moan, earth stood hard as iron, water like a stone. Snow had fallen, snow, snow, snow on snow. In the bleak midwinter, long, long ago. Oh, what can I give him, poor as I am? If I were a shepherd, I would bring a lamb. And if I were a wise man, I would play my part. What can I give him? Give him my heart. Oh, oh, oh. Snow falling, snow, snow, snow on snow. In the bleak midwinter, long, long ago. Oh, thanks much.
Michael, thank you so much for being here. Tell us a little bit about your kind of artistic journey. What has kind of led you to performing on Studio 3 Live tonight?
You know, I'm from a very small town in the southeast of Ireland called Wexford. I grew up really bathed in music. Ireland is, you know, obviously a hub for folk music, for trad music, which had a huge influence on my life. I love our traditional customs, our folk songs, our sayings, anything that I can take from the past and kind of move forward. However, where I'm from in Wexford is also the opera capital of Ireland, and indeed one of the opera capitals of the world. Once a year, in a town that's only about 20,000 people, people from all over the world, opera stars, come to perform rare operas in the National Opera House, which is the space, the theatre, where I learned how to sing. So my influences are very much in two corners, from the classical world, but also from traditional music. And I guess I figured out a lane for myself, which initially was as a singer and coming to the US as the lead voice of Riverdance on Broadway. You know, we have a great tradition that I have actually carried forward here in Iowa. And on St. Stephen's Day, our people who love Irish music, people who are singers or who are dancers or poets or you name the art. They gather on St. Stephen's Day, December 26th, to celebrate our culture. And they used to do it on the crossroads outside of every village, but they realized that it was Ireland in the winter, so they brought it to a more favorable place, the pub. On St. Stephen's Day, I gather with my friends here in Ames, and there's no pub involved, but there are several Irish coffees. Would you like to hear a few tunes? Okay, it's very important when you listen to Irish music, if you feel that music in your soul, I want you to give me a hop! One more time. Ladies and gentlemen, the Ireland with Michael Band.
So you started Riverdance on Broadway. That was kind of your introduction to being here. You now, between Riverdance and many of your other kind of multimedia presentations, continue to try to showcase, it sounds like that your own musical history and the kind of the musical output of Ireland to audiences across the world. What about Christmas music and Irish Christmas music? What about that kind of inspires you to share that more broadly?
Look, I think here in North America, you have a very defined vision of what Christmas is. But Christmas is different everywhere you go. Yes, there are some fundamental connections. And, you know, your traditions were learned, as were mine. A lot of our songs are ancient songs that have kind of drifted forward. You know, a lot of our songs are learned in the oral tradition. There's no such thing as sheet music for a lot of the things that I've learned over the years. And I feel it's my job to kind of take those, pass them on, hopefully educate an audience as well as entertain them. You know, I want people to have a good time. However, I like to take those traditional songs and maybe just give them a little bit of magic to bring them to a more modern time. So a lot of our instrumentation with the band will combine traditional instruments like uilleann pipes, but there'll always be like an electric guitar or a bass or keyboards, just to kind of, I guess, invite the audience to look at traditional music in a different way.
Would you like to meet the beautiful people behind me?
Over here is the King. I have been touring with him for 24 years now, maybe, around that. Hilariously, he looked like that 24 years ago, and I looked totally different. I love him. We wouldn't tour without him. Milad Abide. Some of you may know the most annoying man in show business. So annoying because he plays everything: whistle, pipes, bodhrán, the Irish drum, banjo, ukulele, the bass. I promise there's no ukulele tonight. David Schultz. Behind the glass cage over there, for his safety and yours, Daniel Cox. Over here, the man responsible for all the beautiful vocal arrangements from our gorgeous choir. He is incredible, David Brewster. You're going to meet this legend a little later, so I'll save that. Over here, one of my favorite people to tour with and to be on stage with. Would you like to hear a few tunes from Claire Sherry?
What type of memories does this music elicit for you? I would say maybe both of your upbringing in Ireland, but maybe also, in the time that you've been touring this music more broadly, what experiences you've had sharing this music with a larger audience.
I've been blessed with my career. I've got to sing in Radio City. I've got to sing in Vegas and all of these great halls around the world. But, the songs, no matter where I sing them, whether it's for 10,000 people or 10 people, they bring me home. I grew up in this massive family. My mother had 11 brothers and sisters. They all sang. So at Christmas, we go to Mass Christmas morning and straight up to Granny Carty's, and we gather together and sing, whether you wanted to or not. Sometimes it can take me there, and break my heart, just that homesickness, no matter how many times I go back. This year I was in Ireland 7 times because of Ireland with Michael shooting the show. But I know I'm going to be here this Christmas and I'll be homesick.
So, with huge influences in Ireland, we kind of look to the rest of the world for our songs. But ultimately, there's a mysticism to Irish music that you can't quite describe. It grabs your soul. This is a song that, it's not so old, it's about 20 years old, written by the man who wrote You Raise Me Up, an Irish song, by the way, Brendan Graham. I think it captures the mysticism of the winter. It's beautiful. It's called Winter, Fire and Snow. And winter, fire is beautiful, beautiful like a song. In winter snow, it's beautiful, all of the winter long. Ah, but you little son, come safely home. Ride the tail of the night. May you always come safely home. In winter, in fire and snow. Go dark uneasily, darker and darker still, and you are gone to Carnival, so I feel the winter chill. Ah, but you little child, come safely home. Tail of the wind. May you always come safely home. In winter, in fire, in snow. Home. Ride the tail of the night, and may you always come safely home. Through winter, through fire, through snow. Thanks so much. I actually should tell you, I looked down there for a second. I wonder what was on my shirt. I'm not used to wearing the old sparkly shirts. PBS asked me to wear a sparkly shirt, and I said, look, I'll try. So this is my attempt. Thank you. Thank you. You know, growing up as a boy soprano at home, I hadn't a hope at Christmas. I didn't see a toy until the new year because I sang at every Mass. All the way through Advent, about 5 times on Christmas Day, and of course, midnight Mass. But the one thing that it taught me was the beauty of Christmas hymns, you know. And of course, I grew up in very Catholic Ireland. So there was only a small set of hymns that I knew. And when I came to America, particularly in the Midwest, I went to a service here about 8 years ago, and I heard this hymn for the first time. And I think about the time when I was a kid that even walking past the Protestant church, I'd be nervous. And this is a gorgeous, gorgeous hymn from Germany of the Protestant tradition. I think it's absolutely magnificent. Oh, how a rose are blooming from tender stem has sprung, of Jesse's lineage coming, as men of old have sung. It came a floweret bright beneath the cold of winter, when half spent was the night. I say I had foretold it, the rose I had in mind. With Mary we behold it, the Virgin Mother kind, and to show God's love for right, she bore to us a Savior, when half spent was the night. This flower whose fragrant tender with sweetness fills the air, dispels with glorious wonder the darkness everywhere. A true man, yet very God, from sin and death he saves us. He lightens every load. Oh, how a rose are blooming from tender stem has sprung, of Jesse's lineage coming, as men of old have sung. It came a floweret bright beneath the cold of winter, when half spent was the night. Thank you. So I mentioned this man back here. Let's go back and meet him. I would call this man a word that I use very rarely, a legend. He is one of the greatest uilleann pipers and uilleann pipe makers in the world. I've heard his name for about 25 years. He is the go-to guy. And guess what? He's from Fairfield, Iowa. Please put your hands together for, I'm going to say it again, the legend, Tim Breton. I feel like a ballroom dancer. I want to talk about my friend here. I have seen every great Irish dancer in the world because of my involvement in Riverdance and my touring. I think that there is nobody in the world currently as fantastic as this guy. Put your hands together for Brandon Asasawa. A legend. Man. Hey, Brandon, you want a shirt? So, this is hands down my favorite Christmas carol, and I get to sing it with these beautiful people who I'll talk about in a minute. Christmas time is here. Happiness and cheer, fun for all the children call their favorite time of year. Snowflakes in the air, carols everywhere. Olden times and ancient rhymes of love and beauty there. Sleigh bells in the air, beauty everywhere. Yuletide by the fireside, and joyful memories there. Christmas time is here. We'll be drawing near. Oh, that we could always see such spirit through the years. Sleigh bells in the air, beauty everywhere. Yuletide by the fireside, and joyful memories there. Christmas time is here. We'll be drawing near. Oh, that we should always see such spirit through the years. Oh! I have the best job in the world to just stand on a stage and be surrounded by so much beauty and love, and I feel so privileged. These amazing singers. Let's go back and meet the singers, all from Ames. Oh yeah, all Ames singers, Ames Chamber Artist singers. And I think nearly everybody of them is coming to Ireland with me next year, right? Looking forward to it. Would you sing one more, Jen? You've done beautiful work. Would you sing one more?
Of course.
Thanks. This is a song that I wrote about 25 years ago. I grew up in the town that is bathed in choral singing, in people gathering at Christmas and making songs and creating songs. I wrote this for a children's choir about 25 years, I think. And it means a lot to me because I've heard choirs from different parts of the world sing it. The choir singing with me tonight are particularly fantastic. This is called Beyond the Star. I am of Orient afar. A calling leads me now to Rome, a journey guided by a star. Over the mountains, over foam, and I know that the calling's a heavenly quest. I am of lands beyond the east. I bring you frankincense and gold. With scented myrrh, the prince's feast. The light of God from you unfolds, and I know that this night will forever be blessed. Beyond the star, beyond the journey over, I wander far, a guiding light to lead me home. So far from where I thought I'd be, to see the child of Galilee. I am of royalty, a king, foretold to be the sovereign Moor. A psalm of joy I now will sing, and bow before a manger poor. And I know that this night will forever be blessed. Beyond the star, beyond the journey over, I wander far, a guiding light to lead me home. So far from where I thought I'd be, to see the child of Galilee. I am of Orient afar. I bow before Messiah King, on bended knee below a star. And with the angels I will sing, and I know that the world will forever be blessed. Beyond the star, beyond the journey over, I wander far, a guiding light to lead me home. So far from where I thought I'd be, to see the child of Galilee. I am of Orient afar. Thank you so much.
Well, Michael, thank you so much for being here. Thank you for being part of Studio 3 Live.
Thanks, Mickey.
I am trying to sing without crying because I'm so grateful to be in this room with all of you. You know, I came to the Midwest about 13 years ago now, and in truth, I didn't really know how it was going to pan out. But I have grown to love this state. I love my town. I love Ames. I love touring everywhere I go and coming home to Ames and coming back to the Midwest because you people are absolutely beautiful. There is such a thing as Iowa nice. I watch Iowa PBS every night. Sit down with a cup of tea and watch the news hour and stay to watch everything else that it provides. I know there's loads of shows coming up that we can see on public television. And, you know, public television has had a pretty tough year. And I would ask you to not only tune in and watch, but support this. It's the lifeblood of this state. And it has given us so much that we would never get without public television. So I wanted to say thank you to all my band and all these beautiful people, the singers here. I'm just filled with love and gratitude. So this is a song that I also grew up with, and it's in Gaelic. The song, I won't need to tell you about it because the words and the feelings will flow over you and you will know what it's about. And if you don't worry, because I'm going to sing the translation. Den ihe woed I mehel Beg taggart fwy green gebracht Den ihe woed I mehel Gedanig ar brihers lang Ta crias rua na sperança talv foi chludig ban Mar fegen in sa chreven sa waijin you the gra I sing of a night in Bethlehem, a night as bright as morn. I sing of a night in Bethlehem, the night when the world was born. Sing glory to the Father and on to the heavens high, and peace be with his people. You'll hear the angels cry. Sing glory to the Father and on to the heavens high, and peace be with his people. you'll hear the angels cry, cry, cry.
Funding for Studio 3 Live is provided by
Prairie Meadows Racetrack and Casino, where employees from over 20 countries speak over 20 languages, is committed to enriching the lives of all Iowans by funding strong communities and diverse cultural organizations. Learn more at prairiemeadows.com.